Hey everyone, Egman here with another video, and we finally have some cell support. I know a lot of you have been looking forward to, especially shouts to Nick, who's been commenting every video like, when's the cell stuff going to be here? So finally, today and or yesterday when you guys are watching this, finally popped up. So really cool. We get a cell leader and it's a surge leader, which is double awesome. So let's just jump on into it. So it's cell android. Active main once per turn. Look at the top 5 cards from your deck. Choose one card among them, add them to your hand, shuffle your deck, and if you add a card to your hand, choose one card in your hand and place it in your drop area. So that's okay. The big thing about this leader is that it's pretty hard to go +1 with him, just by himself. So like as you'll see on the front side, this really just, I mean, okay, being able to just look top 5 of your deck for something is, I think, a really great effect, but you're not going +1, right? And also on your Awakened Surge, you choose one green card and one yellow card from your hand, place them under this card. You draw 2, then choose up to 2 of your energy, switch them to active mode, and flip this card over as well. So you also don't even go plus anything when you awaken either, since it's an untapped 2 leader. So that's something you have to keep in mind. But on the Awakened side, so Perfection Surpassed, active main once per turn. If your life is at 4 or less, choose one card under this card, place it in its owner's drop area, and choose one until the start of your next main phase. If your opponent plays a battle card, it is played in rest mode. This is like stupid good. This pretty much says, hey, you can't, like, unless you're playing against like Yellow Broly or something that can untap something, your opponent can't really do anything. It's any card your opponent plays next turn is placed in rest mode. So, until the start of my next main phase. So even if you play something, if they like Vegeta the Cruel or something, it's still put in rest mode. I think this is a stupid strong effect and really is good for just staying alive and being able to ramp up and like get to later turns, because pretty much it says, hey, unless your leader is really good at swinging everything, this is going to stay alive and it's going to be really hard to apply pressure for an entire turn. So that's really nice. And also, so choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, KO it, then choose one card in your opponent's hand and place it in their drop area. So this one's pretty good too. Both these are active main, so it really is if there's an immediate threat or if there's a threat that expect next turn, you can really shut down either one of these. And this also isn't like, it gets around stuff with deflect or barrier. So like even if it's turn your opponent's going into their turn 5 and they're going to be playing like Gogeta 7-drop, you can just say, okay, boom, bam, it's going to be played in rest mode no matter what, and that just seems really good. So it's a really unique effect, and then I think this guy is going to be carried by just being a cell card that the other cell leaders are more about gaining card advantage, so having one that's more energy efficient is really cool. Alright, next up, this big old 9-drop cell, Unthinkable Perfection. I think we've already seen this one off one of their things, but in case, I'm pretty sure we have, but it's a triple strike, energy exhaust, successor for 4, so it's going to be kind of tough, but if your lead card is an android card, when you play this card with successor, your opponent reveals their hand, choose up to 3 battle cards in their hand, place them in their owner's drop area, then choose up to one of your opponent's leader's one of your opponent's leader cards and negate its non-keyword skills for the duration of the turn. So this is just a really great effect to go against like surge leaders, just because they have such powerful abilities. Like the big one for me is like if you think of like the Red Green Broly, or if you're thinking about Super Saiyan God Son Goku, both these can just like either KO something or make it so your opponent negates all their skills to get the boost. This just drops it, and being able to look at your opponent's hand. If you can do like the 7-drop cell and this cell on the same turn, you're sitting really pretty, because then you can just unless they have like non-battle cards in hand, you can just wipe their entire hand out. That would probably be kind of tough with this deck, but you can dream with it. So not too bad, and just being able just to be a 4-drop is cool. Hopefully, I don't know. It's just like you have to use your entire turn for it, but then also you can see what your opponent's doing, and then if you can see some big threats, you can also say, okay, cool. All your opponent's cards get played in rest mode next turn with their cell leader, and go from there. Also, it's just any android card, so this can be splashed in any deck as well, so you're not stuck to this leader. Next up, Cell Games Arena. So I believe this one comes out to play with the other cell leader, and is that in this? Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Boom. Let's look at it. So when this card is placed in your leader area, choose one Cell Games Arena from your deck, activate it, and you can't activate field cards for duration of the game. So for this is the one you play, and then choose. So it's a field card auto. Choose one of your Cell Junior tokens and remove it from the game. When one of your Cell cards is removed from the battle area by your opponent's skill, choose up to one Cell card with energy cost of 9 or less from your deck or drop area. Add it to your hand. Then choose up to one card in your opponent's hand, and then place it in the drop area and shuffle your deck if you look through it. So nothing too crazy. It's just kind of adds some protection and lets you go like +1 whenever your cards get removed, but nothing crazy there. And then let's see, and then you can choose 2 cards under this card, place them in their owner's drop area, and you get to play 2 Cell Junior tokens, and then this also this kind of like the old Cell too, being able to do that. So this card's not too bad. I don't think this is as crazy as like a what is it, like the like Android 21 or 18 card. I don't think this is as crazy as that, but this is a neat one here that you can it's just played for free. You can also play this in the Surge Leader, but you have to do it on turn 2, and that seems kind of bad. Okay, Cell Junior Minions Unleashed. So activate if your leader card is Cell, and you place this card in its owner's drop area from your hand or battle area, play 1 Cell Junior token. This one's really neat, and if it wasn't, only Cell, this could be really aggressive because you could play this, swing with it, you get a 15k, and then you can just send it to your drop, and you either have another 10k swing, or you just have an extra 5k combo cost, because the Cell Junior tokens are combos. So this card's good, and worst case, you can just drop it to your hand, and then you play a Cell Junior token, and then you can, once you have it out, you have like the protection with Cell Games Arena. So this seems alright. This seems pretty, like, this is really good value and everything, so that this is probably a kind of a card that's needed for, the Cell stuff to work. And then Cell Android Absorber, so active main for 1 green. If your leader card is Cell, and the only cards in your battle area are Android 17 cards, play this card from your drop area, then your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand, places it in their drop area, and you can't play this for another, for duration of the turn. But just being able to, like, play this from your drop area for 1 green, I think is really good, and then your opponent goes negative, and you pretty much like go +1 just playing this from your drop area too, so that's really nice. And then when this card is removed from your battle area by skill, choose up to 1 Android 18 card with energy cost 3 or less in your drop area, play it with its skill negated for the duration of the turn. So immediately, let me go back here. If I look at Android 18, let's see. Let me look at battle cards. What would make sense? And it's just any Android 18. So yeah, Deadly Defender makes a lot of sense. With an energy cost of 3. Okay, so probably just Deadly Defender, right? You can also get Imminent Danger, drop area to your warp. Okay, so that one's whatever. There's this one. Let's see, if you you can play this for 1 green if your other card is a Cell card and you only have Cell cards in your battle area, play this card from your drop area. Okay, so like this is like has some synergy with that one. This one's okay. And like these two are also okay too, like Twin Sister Android. Like if you're going for like Android attacking, but none of these are super great. Is it only green? Okay, it could be this one too. But this needs, if you have blue-green multicolor energy, when you come with this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and it costs 1 and turn to your owner's hand. Okay, not too bad. But I think, Deadly Defender makes the most sense, and it has barrier, and it's a 20k, and then you can just go from there. So that's nice, being able to get a card for free. And it's just removed by a skill, so it could be in your own skills and all that. And then we have this last one, Cell. I think this one's been spoiled as well, but Cell Devourer of the Masses. So a successor for 2 energy. When you play this card with successor, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, KO it. Then your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and places it in their drop. And when this card is removed from your battle area by your opponent's skill or KO, draw 3. So just being able to have like this big chunky boy that's a 6-drop that you can successor into more things later is really nice. And then your opponent doesn't really want to KO it, because then you get to draw 3 cards, which is, we've kind of already went with that. It's kind of hard for this leader to get any advantage, so at least like the idea is that your card, you ramp up and you have a lot of energy and you're threatening the board, but you don't have a lot of cards in your hand. And also a lot of these cards just like neg cards from your opponent's hand too. So the last card I wanted to talk about with this is that since this one you don't care about extra cards, you can play Cell's Birth, which is really nice. So this is a field card, and then when you play Cell, place this card as drop. But if your leader card is Cell, reduce the energy cost of all Cell cards in your hand by 2. So it's not, it doesn't count specific energy. So like this 3-drop, growing evil life form cell, it won't matter. But you can get like this vile replication cell out for through what 3 energy, and then you get to draw 2 and play 2 cell junior tokens. So that's really nice. That's a really cool combo you can do there. I think this one's gonna go up in price. So if you don't have this card yet, buy it, and then use my TCG player link. But I think that's a good one, and I think that's really it. What is this other cell? When you play this card, if your leader card is cell, play 2 cell junior tokens. That's not that. Sorry, this is not too bad. Being able to play 3 energy and get 3 cards. That's not too bad. You can also get this guy out for 3 energy, which means like it's the same thing as having like more versions of growing evil life form cell. And then you can just use use Android 18 to go into any of your cell cards. So do any of these have like barrier, or like none of these have any protection, right? Because even if this doesn't get out for because this only works when you use successor. If any of these cards have like barrier or something, if they try like cold bloodlust you or something, then you have to like use. Oh, what am I saying? Then you can like bring out this other guy instead, where it won't matter as much. But I mean, still like a triple strike, isn't that bad. 30k triple strike. So I think being able to have this leader, being able to one get Cell's Birth, which is super nice. And worst case, like even if you're just playing this for one, you have to like it just makes all your cells cost at least 1 less, even if you're playing it the turn of. So that's really nice. And then using this leader that also has untap. The only thing you have to be worried about is that just having cards in your hand as well. But turn 1 Cell's Birth, turn 2 something, like even like turns 1 charge blue or yellow green, turn 2 charge use Cell's Birth, turn 3 go on an evil evolving evil life form cell, and then swooping right into the perfect force cell. I think that's a really cool play. And then just being able to like look at the cards in the top 5 to help you find those cards is going to be really helpful too. And I think this all makes sense, and it brings back Cell, and we'll see if it's oppressive. Cold Bloodlust is only at 1, but maybe the game's aggressive enough and has some counterplays, because you can still like what is it, Frostedly Poison. That's a 3 cost, and if you're going first, you can get this out first. So we'll really see what goes on. But I think this is finally like the cell chain we can come back to, and you can even do it on turn 2 if you Cell's Birth 1 and then growing evil life form cell in turn 2. I don't know if that's good though, but you can do it if you want to. But yeah, that's gonna be it. And then you have like the 7-drop out, and then you can use the 7-drop to go into what? This doesn't let you do. Okay, you can't successor in that. But if you just have like a 1 dropout, then you can go into Cell Unthinkable Perfection in like the next turn or 2, and then just get 3 more cards out of their hand. So that seems really nice. And maybe people will do that. So that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about these cards. If you're excited for Cell, if you think it's gonna be good, if you think it's gonna be bad, and I'll catch you all next time.